Imagine this scenario. You're running a company. Every customer you sign up costs you more money than they pay you. You're not breaking even. You're not investing in growth. You're literally hemorrhaging cash with every sale. Now imagine Wall Street responds by valuing your company at $500 billion. Insane, right? Welcome to 2025, where the AI industry is burning through billions, losing money on every transaction, and somehow convincing the world this is genius. This is the story of how Silicon Valley went from cool chatbot to $7 trillion gamble in under 3 years, and why the smartest people in tech might be walking straight into the biggest financial disaster since 2008. Let us talk about the AI bubble. November 30th, 2022. It was just another Wednesday. Coffee brewing, code compiling, nothing special. Then OpenAI released ChatGPT to the public, and the internet lost its mind. In 48 hours, millions of people were using this thing. Not for work, not for research, for everything. People were writing breakup texts explaining quantum physics, generating bedtime stories for their kids, having philosophical debates with a machine. 1 million users in 5 days. 100 million users in 2 months. To put that in perspective, Instagram took 2.5 years to hit 100 million, Facebook took 4.5 years, ChatGPT did it in 60 days. This was unjust viral. This was unprecedented. And inside Google's headquarters, pure panic.
Hey, we invented this technology. The transformer model, that was us. Our research.
Then why is everyone using ChatGPT and not our AI? Because we were too scared to release it. Well, release something now. Google had the technology. They'd had it for years. But they were paralyzed by fear lawsuits, bad press, AI saying something offensive. OpenAI had no such concerns. They shipped first. And in tech, first wins. What happened next was financial madness. Microsoft threw $10 billion at OpenAI almost immediately. Another $3 billion on standby. Google panic-launched Bard, which hallucinated fake information in its first public demo. Embarrassing. Amazon started pouring billions into Anthropic. Meta, despite losing billions on the metaverse, pivoted to AI, and then came the gold rush. Every startup in Silicon Valley suddenly became an AI company. We a dog walking app. But we use machine learning for route optimization. Here's $50 million. Don't you want to see our product? Shut up and take our money. By mid-2023, if your pitch deck mentioned neural networks or large language models, you were basically printing money. Companies with zero revenue, no product, just a team, and a Google Doc were raising $100 million rounds. We got AI-powered toothbrushes, AI recipe apps, AI dating coaches. One company raised $30 million to build an AI that summarizes the output of other AIs. Peak absurdity. But the real insanity? The GPU shortage? These little computer chips became more valuable than gold. Nvidia became one of the most valuable companies on Earth. Their CEO, Jensen Huang, started wearing leather jackets to conferences like he was a rock star, and in a way he was. Renting a single high-end GPU costs about $3 per hour. Sounds cheap, right? Wrong. Startups don't need one GPU. They need hundreds. A small AI company training a model might rent a 500-chip cluster. $1. $1,500 per hour. $36,000 per day. Over $1 million per month. Just for computing power. Yet companies were still hoarding GPUs like doomsday preppers, hoard canned food. Nvidia couldn't manufacture them fast enough. Wait times hit 12 months. Black markets emerged. People were literally smuggling GPUs across borders. By 2024, everything was AI-powered. Your toaster? Our toaster? AI. Your calendar app? AI self-checkout at the grocery store? AI. The party was roaring, champagne flowing, checks clearing. Then somebody asked the question nobody wanted to hear. How much does this actually cost? January 2025. Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, tweets something that made every investor's stomach drop. We are currently losing money on our $200-month pro subscriptions. People use it way more than we expected. Let me repeat that. OpenAI charges $200 per month for their premium tier, and they lose money on every single subscriber, which means the more successful they become, the the more money they lose. Now you might think, okay, but they'll figure out the pricing here. That's the problem. OpenAI's 2024 financials. Revenue, $3.7 billion losses. $5 billion they did and just failed to profit. They lost more money than they made, and it gets worse. Industry analysts estimate that AI infrastructure will require $6.7 trillion by 2030, $5.2 trillion for AI hardware, GPUs, data centers, power, cooling, $1.5 trillion for traditional cloud infrastructure. The four largest tech companies alone plan to spend $350 billion in 2025. 1 year. To justify these costs, AI needs to generate $2 trillion in annual revenue by 2030. Current AI revenue? Around $200 billion? That's a 10x gap. OpenAI's internal projections show them needing to hit $100 billion in revenue by 2029. Last year they did $3.7 billion. That's not a growth plan. It's a fantasy. Then the failures started piling up. ChatGPT hallucinated inventing research papers that don't exist, citing legal cases that never happened, pulling statistics from thin air. Google's AI told people to put glue on pizza to make the cheese stick better. It learned this from a Reddit joke. Then came the lawsuits. Artists, writers, musicians, journalists, all asking the same question. Did you train your AI on my copyrighted work without permission? OpenAI's answer? Yes. The New York Times sued OpenAI. Getty Images sued Stability AI. Authors sued everyone. Musicians sued everyone else. OpenAI's defense: we didn't steal. We learned from publicly available data. You scraped the entire internet without permission and used it commercially. Well, when you put it like that, it sounds illegal. By mid-2024, the vibe shifted from euphoria to doubt. The hype was loud. The math was ugly. Everyone started asking, when does this explode? Here's the thing. This does look like a bubble. The losses are insane. The valuations are delusional. But this bubble won't pop the same way the dot-com bubble did. Why? Because the people inflating it are also the richest companies on Earth. Unlike 1999, when startups had zero revenue and 17 foosball tables today, SAI bubble is funded by big tech companies that actually print money. Microsoft, billions from Azure and Office. Google, billions from ads. Meta, billions from showing you memes. Amazon, billions from everything. These giants are uninvesting in AI because it's profitable. They're investing because they're terrified of missing out. If AI becomes the next iPhone moment, the next paradigm shift, then the company that sat out becomes BlackBerry. Nobody wants to be BlackBerry. Think of big tech like poker players with unlimited chips. If Microsoft folds, Google wins. If Google folds, Amazon wins. If Amazon folds, Meta wins. Nobody blinks. Nobody folds. Everyone keeps raising. So how do bubbles like this actually pop? Bubbles burst when a real-world event forces everyone to stop pretending. Historically, that event comes in three forms. 1. The money disappears. If interest rates rise and big tech tightens budgets, the AI bubble ends instantly. 2. A catastrophic failure. Every bubble has the moment. .com had Pets.com. 2008 had Lehman Brothers. Crypto had FTX. AI's version could be a giant lab revealing massive losses, a botched model launch, or a lawsuit that freezes everything. 3. Reality catches up. When companies can't hide the losses anymore, when $200 a month subscriptions still bleed cash. 8. When the $7 trillion bet produces $200 billion in returns. So where are we now? Big tech is still spending. No catastrophic meltdown yet. No FTX level scandal. The cracks are showing, but not enough to break confidence. Yes, this bubble is inflated. Yes, the numbers are insane, but it won't burst because of hype. It bursts when one of the giants finally says, all right, that's enough. Until then, the bubble floats. We're not at the explosion. We're at the inhale before the scream. The tension before the snap. The moment right before everything changes. The AI bubble is real. When it pops, it's going to be spectacular. If this video made you rethink everything you thought about AI, smash that like button. Subscribe for more deep dives into the tech industry's biggest gambles. Because the next chapter of this story is going to be wild.